he picked the wrong family, and not scared of a conflict, and we're not scared. We're not running. We're coming at him.
Hey guys, it's Frankie. Welcome to the Think Tank. So I want to go over Lori Vallow. We haven't touched on her for a couple of days, and they've released Tammy Daybell, the 911 call. They've told us about Alex's fingerprint being found on the bag that was around JJ's head, and we know that Tammy's sister has testified. So let's check it out. Let's go right here first. Okay, this is from News Nation. So they are in the description. The link is right there. So this is talking about Alex's fingerprint being found on the plastic bag that was on JJ's head. They're also talking about Tylee Ryan and the indicators of stabbing and chopping. Let's see here. I'll keep the volume off for now. Let's see what we got here. Come on. There we are. There we are. So, yeah, there's been a bit that has come out lately. So I really wanted to go through it with you guys. Jazzy's already looking for bones. Okay, come on. Let's go. Let's go. So as you, there we go.
There were more chilling details tonight in the Lori Vallow murder trial. The cult mother accused of killing her two youngest children. An FBI forensic examiner took the stand today and said 16-year-old Tylee'S bones had signs of stabbing and chopping injuries. While he was not able to determine what exact tools were used, the examiner speculated that it was either a machete, a hatchet, or a cleaver.
No.
A forensic biologist also testified that she found Tylee'S DNA on a shovel and a pickaxe handle found at Chad Daybell's property. Chad is Lori's fifth husband. His wife was murdered just weeks after the kids were killed. Authorities found the two children buried on his property. Joining us now is forensic analyst Joseph Scott Morgan and criminal defense attorney and News Nation legal analyst Sarah Azari. Doctor, I'd like to start with you first. The forensic scientist on the stand today testified that she found two latent...
So while we're going through this, Joseph Scott Morgan, check him out. He is very well educated, pretty laid back from what I can tell, and he is pretty much dedicated to true crime. So I just wanted to point that out as we're going through this. He is on Twitter as well.
Prints on a plastic bag that JJ was in, and that those prints belonged to Alex, Lori's brother.
Yeah, you're right. And Elizabeth, this is probably, to say that this is a plethora of information, this is the most data that we've received or have been exposed to at this point in this trial. we were just awash with it. And that is significant because for a long time, many of us had suspected that Alex did in fact have something to do,
Yes.
at least with the hiding of these bodies. Now, whether or not he was actually the perpetrator.
See, this is the thing. Lori was saying that she was in her apartment and that JJ was with Alex. And then somehow we've got Alex's phone ending up at Chad's property. And that is where we end up finding these kids.
No one will ever know because he is now deceased. However, the fact that there was a latent print left behind by him puts him in contact with this bag, with the tape, all these other items that are out there.
And what about this testimony about the condition of Tylee's bones, that they showed injuries that were of a chopping type injury? What does that tell you?
Yeah, it's absolutely ghastly. These are going to be post-mortem injuries or after death injuries. It almost seems, Elizabeth, and I'm kind of going out on a limb here, as if her remains in total had been burned, and then they went back, perhaps because these are very rudimentary. It's not very well ordered. It's almost like they tried to dismember her body after it had been on fire. They went to the center of the body. These injuries were impacted around the pelvic area and the tailbone. So it's like they're trying to break the body up after the body has been set on fire. Absolutely ghastly stuff.
Oh, Sarah, this is the second day of this horrific testimony. Yesterday was all about the 7-year-old boy, her brother, JJ. How is the defense trying to rebut this when they get their chance to cross-examine these witnesses?
Yeah, Elizabeth, good to be with you. The defense is doing exactly what defense attorneys do when they cross-examine the prosecution's experts. They are trying to discredit everything from their background, experience, expertise, to specifically the investigation they did in this case. They're using like purposeful phrases like somebody screwed up, or had you done this, you would have known this, but you didn't do it.
This is just horrible. How the hell do people do these things? Oh my God.
But is it working?
And at times it might.
Oh.
Well, here's the thing. It might seem futile at times, but we have to remember that when the defense puts on its case, they're going to put up their own experts to challenge and offer a different account to this jury. And so ultimately, it's going to be up to the jury to decide which set of experts are more reliable, which set of science is more reliable that they can adopt in their, deliberations. But I have to tell you, Elizabeth, that the investigation and the analysis, the forensics here is extraordinary. It's not like LAPD in my cases or SLED and Murdoch. They have DNA, fingerprint, tools, pathology, anthropology, GPS, all of it.
Yeah.
And so the question really becomes is, I think the defense is going to, but we still don't know who in terms of who is the doer. We don't know if it's a male or female that stabbed or chopped Tylee. And, the problem is that doesn't really even matter at the end when she has a conspiracy charge.
Right.
And there's all these ties between Alex and Chad and her.
Yeah, the fingerprints that belong to Alex that are
Right.
found on the plastic bag no longer seen. So,
Exactly.
I mean, she's not charged with actually killing her own children. She's charged with conspiring to kill them.
Conspiring.
Damn. Can you imagine? I don't know who did the dirty deed, but you know what? Oh my God. How do you live with yourself? How do you live with yourself? And I mean, it's looking like it was Alex and Chad. Now, the way this happened is disgusting. Allegedly, he suffocated. Remember, that tape was wrapped around his mouth, all the way around from one side of his head to another. And then he had that plastic bag placed over his head. What the hell? Oh. Let's see here. I don't know what y'all think about Banfield. I don't care one way or the other, as long as the information's good, right?
But let me bring in somebody who knows even better than I. It's Alex Capariello. He's News Nation's national correspondent. He's been following the case. What a day. What a day, because we're getting somewhere, Alex. We're like, I can feel it. We're starting to get the picture and all those pieces coming together. Sometimes a trial can be so hard to understand. Like, why are you telling me this stuff? Why doesn't it pertain to that lady over there who we're all supposed to be judging? And then they start to bring the answers. And I feel like that could happen tomorrow, but not before today. Today was hard, really hard, because they brought in the forensics experts who showed just how hard the murderer, Tylee, had to work to cut her into bits. It's horrifying evidence, but it's necessary evidence. What did they tell the court?
Right. So they were focusing in on the bones that they did find within that pet cemetery, badly burned, dismembered, and fragmented. And really, there was...
I can't get over this. Found in a pet cemetery. Oh my God. Are you kidding me, you sick shit?
Not much that they could collect because it was in such deterioration, but they did collect some bones that had some really telling signs on them. And I'm going to try to walk you through it a little bit. It's really the two hips and also the vertebrae at the very lower back of your spine. And this was really intact for these forensic experts to examine. And it was on those hip bones where they saw what they called sharp trauma, basically repeated stabbings with a very sharp object. Some ideas that these forensic experts might have had were cleaver, perhaps, a machete, a hatchet, those types of tools. And you saw...
Okay, how do you disrespect the remains of a child like this? Are you kidding me already? So, East Idaho News is the place to get literally minute by minute information on the case. When he's sitting there in court, now I don't know how he's getting all of this information to do it minute by minute, but he does. So check him out. He's just literally got the best information on this. So the reason I jumped off there is we do have a pretty good idea as to where that was leading, and we have gone through most of it. So you can hear Jazzy in the back. So this is a little bit disturbing too. So it's talking about Chad Daybell telling his sister-in-law that Lori Vallow had no kids and a lot of money. So Chad Daybell's sister-in-law. So this would be Lori's sister, or sorry, this would be Tammy's sister. I do believe. I don't see here. Where are we going? Chad Daybell told his late wife's sister, yes, that Lori Vallow had no kids and a lot of money. So she was on the stand yesterday, Friday, which would be April 28th. So this was Samantha Gwilliam that told the Ada County jury that Daybell had told her that he and Vallow, who he recently married, bonded over their dead spouses. Oh my God. So Chad Daybell, get this one. Yes. We haven't talked about that. He's a former gravedigger before he was this, I don't know, alleged prophet. So this is what he said. He told me, no, there was no children. They were going to be empty nesters. You know what? This information that keeps coming out, I mean, this was, like she said, a pretty good information dump that we got yesterday. And wow, these families, the information that has come out is heartbreaking. Lots of it, like I said, and heartbreaking at the same time. So it says her voice rising in anger described to the jury how she felt to learn in late 2019 that Chad Daybell had remarried 2 weeks after he told her by phone that a healthy, seemingly Tammy Daybell had died inexplicitly or explicitly in her sleep. And she said, how do you bury your wife of almost 30 years? You just don't do that. She said it was devastating. What the hell, these people? Unreal. Chad Daybell took a $430,000 life insurance payout after Tammy Daybell died. These people, money, money, money. You know, they were, look at what Lori was looking into. Check out the playlist. I mean, the stuff that these people did. And literally, the way I'm seeing it, for the almighty dollar. And some kind of whacked out theory of their version of religion. Unreal. He said to his sister-in-law that Lori was someone that had a hard life, felt stigmatized after she claimed her previous husband, Charles Vallow, died of a heart attack. Oh my God, these people. So, like I said, they're saying she died in her sleep. I mean, things did change, didn't they? So let's just look into this a little bit. So it's saying here, a startling 911 call played, and this is the Daily Beast. Check them out. They are in the description. So is the News Nation. A startling 911 call played in the County, always, right, guys? Ada County Court on Friday began. One of Daybell's sons called him in a panic. Okay, let me start this all over. The startling 911 call played in Ada County Court on Friday began when one of Daybell's sons called in a panic after he found his mom, Tammy Daybell, he said, stiff. Again, they're saying a former gravedigger turned popular. Well, I don't know how popular he was. Apocalyptic novelist for the Mormon audience suddenly took the phone to declare that his wife of nearly 30 years had passed away. He began to cry as he gave dispatchers his Idaho address. So again, back in the playlist, you'll see a little bit more in detail, but he said that, you know, him and Tammy knew that she was just going to pass away young, that this was not unexpected, that they had talked about this. So when Officer Alyssa Greenhull, I believe, arrived at the home, Daybell was distraught and crying as he led the deputies to his room, where he said he moved Tammy on the bed. Greenhull said Daybell then told her that his wife had woke up coughing the night before and she eventually fell off the bed. Okay, then. The officers told jurors that Daybell had also made a point to stress that Tammy hated to see the doctors. 2 weeks later, after Tammy was pronounced dead of natural causes and laid to rest in a quick funeral, Chad Daybell, it says, jetted to Hawaii to marry his lover and devotee, Lori Vallow. Oh my God, these two. So let's listen. Let's just take a look here. I'm doing this right now. My time is 12:12, 11:12. And let's see how long it takes me to download today. Okay, let's listen to this before we check out. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, no, you don't. But you know what? It just might be. Let's just do it this way. And... Ah!
Where's your emergency? We're at 202 North, 1900 East. What's going on? We just found my mom. She's on the ground frozen, or she's dead, and I don't know.
Oh.
Are you in Madison County or Fremont County? I'm Chad, the husband.
Oh.
She's clearly dead.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay. Are you in Rexford or? Because your address shows Rexford address, but you're in Fremont County. Mile past. Okay. Okay.
Mm. Oh. Frozen. Oh.
Okay, can I get your name? Chad, Dave now? Oh, man. Okay, Chad, I'm going to get somebody up to you right now, okay? Yeah, the corner of the blinking yellow light is the red house. Yes, sir. Red house on the corner. Yes. Blinking yellow light. Right. Okay. We'll get somebody up to you, okay? I'm so sorry. Okay. If you need anything else, call me back, okay? Okay. Okay, bye-bye.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. That poor kid, eh? Oh, my heart went out for him. I mean, it is. It's seriously, what these people did is horrific. And the ripple effect, I mean, these kids will never recover fully from what has happened. It's devastating. And you know what? They for whatever reason, they took that death penalty off of Lori's trial, but it is still there for Chad's. And you know, we don't have the death penalty here in Calgary, or here in Canada, but in some cases, I just think that it's an appropriate punishment, but we've all got our own thoughts and opinions on that one as well. So guys, thanks for joining me. I do appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe. I truly subscribe. Like is great. If you didn't like, thumbs down, and share it out. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.